Stand up when you stumble. You might ask yourself why losing a job is actually an opportunity. When you still held your old job, you might have been in a comfort zone without many opportunities to challenge yourself to change and grow. But when you lose your job, you are forced to change. That is the very opportunity for you to discover yourself, to do things that you never dared to try before. Perhaps you will spend time thinking about the things you truly love, about work that suits your abilities and passion. Many people had to lose their jobs to realize they liked freelancing, doing business, or switching to a completely new field that they had never thought of before. That is when you can start over with a clearer mindset, with an understanding of yourself and what you want to pursue. Instead of clinging to the old job just for stability, you will step out of your comfort zone to develop yourself more comprehensively. Of course, starting over is not easy. Initially, you will encounter many difficulties, stumbling blocks, and confusion. You may have to face financial worries, doubts for relatives and friends, as well as psychological pressures. You might even have asked yourself if you have enough strength to start over. Is the new path truly suitable or just a daydream? But those very difficulties will help you become stronger. Every step, no matter how slow or tired, is a sign that you are moving forward. You will learn patience, problem solving, and most importantly, learn to trust in yourself. You need to know that everyone has infinite potential. It is just a matter of whether you dare to believe and explore it or not. There are people who, upon losing their jobs, found creative abilities, communication skills, or management skills that they had never realized before. And when you are brave enough to step out of your comfort zone, persistent enough with a new path, you will certainly reap worthy rewards. Never think that you are just a failure because you lost your job. Consider it a stepping stone for you to step higher and wider. Failure, or job loss, not only teaches us to work differently, but also helps us reevaluate ourselves, changing our way of thinking about life. You will realize that it is not the job or social status that decides a person's value. What is more important is your attitude towards life, how you face difficulties, and your perseverance in not giving up. When you do that, you will no longer be defeated by life, but will become the master of your own life. If you are falling into a state of confusion, do not rush to despair. Remember that in life nothing is forever, no suffering lasts infinitely. Every new day is a new opportunity, a blank page for you to continue writing your story. You can start by resting, spending time thinking, and planning for the future. Do not hesitate to seek help from friends, relatives, or career counselors. The most important thing is to maintain faith in yourself and constantly learn and cultivate skills. Besides Steve Jobs and Walt Disney, there are many others who experienced failure but rose up. For example, J.K. Rowling, the author of the famous Harry Potter series, was once a single mother, unemployed and poor, but did not give up on her dream of writing books. Or Oprah Winfrey, one of the most powerful women in the world, experienced a poverty-stricken childhood and many challenges, but she rose to become a global symbol of inspiration. These stories show that failure is not the end. What is important is how you stand up and move forward on life's journey. Losing a job is not a disaster, but an opportunity for you to start over, for you to find yourself again and discover new capabilities. Do not fear difficulties. Do not be discouraged. Use the loss as a launch pad to reach higher, become stronger, and live more fully. The journey ahead may not be easy, but that is exactly what makes life valuable. You deserve to be happy and successful as long as you do not give up. Losing a relationship, finding yourself again. Losing a relationship, whether it is love or friendship, always leaves deep pain within us that is not always easy to overcome. When someone who was once very important suddenly disappears from our life, we seem to fall into a deep pit of loneliness, regret, and confusion about the future. There are days when we only know how to sit silently looking back at old memories, wondering if anyone else can bring happiness like that person did. That feeling of loss is not just a simple breakup, but also a wound in the soul that makes us easily fall into a spiral of hatred, anger, or self-blame. But in reality, not every relationship is worth holding on to. Not every love brings happiness. There are feelings that we try to cling to only to find ourselves increasingly hurt, tired, and gradually losing ourselves. In unrequited sacrifices, while still in the relationship, we often ignore warning signs, justify the hurts, telling ourselves that because it is love, we must endure, must be patient, must sacrifice. But when we are far apart, when we are no longer swept up in those chaotic emotions, we realize that it was not love, but just a binding full of pain that caused us to be forgotten. Losing someone, although very painful, is sometimes a liberation, an opportunity for us to be free, to live truly as ourselves, to have time to love and care for ourselves more. Precisely during that time, we can give ourselves moments of peace to reflect, to understand more clearly what we truly need and want in life. Many people, after ending a relationship full of tears, realize that all along they had neglected themselves. They had changed, tried to please the other person, accepted things they didn't like at all, even sacrificed their dreams and hobbies just to keep that love. But in the end, no matter how hard they tried, they were still not cherished, not loved in the true sense. And when they let go, they found their true selves again, living true to themselves, pursuing dreams that were previously abandoned. There are people who do not need to find another person to fill the void in their hearts, but live happily and peacefully through their own maturity and inner strength. They understand that happiness is not dependent on anyone else, but is self-love and self-acceptance. Therefore, if a relationship of yours ends, do not be too sorrowful or tormented. Consider it an opportunity to renew yourself, to start a new chapter in life where you can live happier, freer, and love yourself more. Losing a person is not losing everything, but finding the precious things that you previously unintentionally neglected in life. When you endure those hurts and step forward strongly, you will find yourself more mature, deeper, and cherishing this life more than ever. Quoc san van hang phi lsi now kung lo kan huong ban fun, bagoki chin non vvpn, nung cao thong lay law non by hcc querjajuk, aturk nung kim chi sieng han. Hardships in life are lessons for growth and resilience. Life is not always a straight, flat road with brilliant sunshine stretching out before your eyes. In reality, the life of each of us is full of thorny challenges and moments that seem the most dead-ended. There are times when we have to face difficulties, failures, even loss and pain that cannot be avoided. But those very challenges are the most precious teachers, helping us grow, and become more resilient in life. Those difficulties are not there to make us collapse, but to temper our souls, so that every time we fall, we know how to stand up stronger. If life were always calm, smooth, without challenges, people would become weak without opportunities to train their will, without gaining valuable life experience. Just like a young tree planted in perfect conditions, always sheltered from wind and storms, its roots will be weak, unable to cling deep into the earth and easily uprooted when a big storm comes. Conversely, a tree that has to face harsh nature, has to reach out on its own to survive, will have deep and firm roots with intense vitality to stand firm before every challenge of life. Similarly, those who have experienced hardships, challenges, and even wounds often have much greater inner strength than those who have never had to struggle. They understand that life is never easy, but if they know how to stand up after every fall, they will become tougher, steadier, not easily collapsed by small failures. Not panicking when facing adversity, they learn to accept reality and find a new direction instead of complaining or blaming fate. There are people who lost everything, but thanks to those experiences, they found a new path, even rising up stronger than before. People who failed in their careers might find a more suitable field. People who lost precious assets might learn to cherish the true value of life. People who experienced romantic breakups might understand themselves better and know how to love as well as choose the right person in the future. The difficulties we encounter are not to make us collapse, but to temper ourselves to become stronger. Instead of resenting fate, we can learn to view challenges as an opportunity to train our will. Every time we overcome a difficulty, we accumulate more experience and bravery to face greater things in life. So do not be afraid when encountering challenges, and do not be pessimistic when falling into adversity. Believe that every difficulty has its own value, and if we persevere in maintaining our faith, one day we will see that those difficult days helped us become tougher and stronger than ever. Life is always in ceaseless motion. Everything around us changes. Happiness comes and goes. Sadness also does not exist forever. People today may smile in success, but tomorrow may fall into difficulties and loss. No one can control everything in the world, nor can anyone keep an unchanging state forever. The important thing is not to stubbornly hold on or fear losing, but to learn to accept every fluctuation with a calm mindset. Do not be too overjoyed when gaining something, because who knows, that might not truly be a blessing. Many people think that having money, status, or fame is great happiness, but then get swept into a spiral of worrying, fearing the loss of what they have. A wealthy person who lives in confusion, fear of betrayal, or loss of assets, are they truly happy? When observing closely the ones we love most, we will also see that they have many flaws, many imperfect points. So the cute things in the people we cherish are only relative cuteness. When we realize that life has nothing absolutely perfect, we will not hate or even feel excessive towards those who are not cute. When understanding that nothing is absolutely perfect, we will easily let go of deluded enthusiasms, excessive emotional behaviors. In short, when we have an objective view of reality, we will feel more comfortable in every relationship, whether people are pleasant or not. Since ancient times, humans often imprison themselves in the jail of love and hate of the absolutes that we create ourselves. We are not perfect, but want everything around us to be perfect, and that is the cause of our suffering. Once you have realized this, you will realize who helps you live happier, think more positively, and behave more objectively. That is you. Only you can do that. If you frequently keep in mind that life has nothing absolutely perfect, you will feel easier and more comfortable in every interaction. Happiness begins to bloom when we know how to shift our view from within, when our hearts truly open and are forgiving. Every morning, when waking up, smile serenely so that yesterday's worries vanish with the night. Welcome the morning sunshine with a clear heart and a peaceful soul, when wisdom and love become the reason for living in every moment. Happiness will come sweetly and warmly. Life is inherently small pieces creating an overall picture. Each person has opposing halves within themselves, half angel, half demon, half gentleman, half animal, half is luck, half is effort, half is joy, half is sorrow. If you know how to live according to conditions tied down, you will not expect others to treat you specially or wait for them to change. Life is inherently a harmony of many different aspects. Let us learn to live in harmony with it. Do not let difficulties in life make you lose faith or give up. Every difficulty is a challenge helping you mature, become more resilient, and most importantly, learn to love yourself. Know how to let go of things that do not belong to you so that your soul can be free. That is the path for you to continue on the journey of life, stronger and more complete each day. Happiness and sadness are both impermanent. Live with a calm mindset. There is an immutable law in this life that many of us often forget or do not truly understand. That is impermanence. Everything in the world does not exist forever. Whether it is happiness or sadness, whether it is success or failure, whether it is wealth or poverty, all are just temporary states, like passing winds, like clouds drifting across the sky. Understanding this, we will learn to live more lightly, not getting swept into emotional ups and downs, not clinging too much to happiness, and not fearing pain. Who doesn't want happiness? Who doesn't seek it? But is happiness truly a permanent state, or just fleeting moments that we can feel? There are times we laugh happily, but just a few hours later, an incident happens causing our mood to drop to the bottom of the abyss of sadness. There are joys that come suddenly and then vanish like soap bubbles. That is the impermanence of life, a ceaseless and unavoidable change. Sadness is also not a permanent state. No matter how deep the loss or pain we experience, time will gradually soothe every wound. Negative emotions, no matter how strong, will pass, making way for new peace and hope. The important thing is that we know how to accept that impermanence is an inevitable part of life. Many people, when facing difficulties, failures, or loss, often fall into a state of despair, even pessimism, thinking they cannot overcome it. But if we can keep a calm mindset, a composure in our hearts, then no matter what happens, we can stand firm. Calmness is not indifference or insensitivity, but a profound awareness of impermanence, of the instability of all emotions and events in life. From there, we do not let those emotions dominate our minds and live too much. When we live with a calm mindset, we no longer cling too much to happiness or material things. We know that money, status, and fame can bring momentary joy, but cannot bring true and lasting happiness. There are wealthy, powerful people who always live in fear of loss, always having to be vigilant, suspicious, and never truly at peace. There are simple, ordinary people who live with a calm mindset, knowing how to cherish every moment, every little thing in life, and they always shine with serenity and inner happiness. Buddhist teachings say that peace of mind is true happiness. When our mind is not shaken by external changes, not influenced by circumstances, we will find deep peace within. Calmness helps us look at everything more objectively and lucidly, not getting swept into negative emotions, not getting pulled into the spiral of anger, jealousy, or regret. Life is a ceaseless flow. Today, he may be happy. Tomorrow, he may face challenges. But as long as we keep a calm mindset, we will not be disoriented by those changes. Instead of overreacting, we can accept all changes gently and calmly. You can compare life to an ink-wash painting. No stroke is absolute, but all harmoniously change moment by moment. When we know how to live with an understanding of impermanence, we will see the beauty of every moment, whether happy or sad, and cherish the true value of life more. Living with a calm mindset also helps us avoid many troubles in social relationships. When we do not cling too much to success, status, or recognition from others, we will be less hurt by gossip, misunderstandings, or injustice. We will forgive more easily, be more tolerant, and love more. Moreover, a calm mindset helps us maintain mental health, avoiding unnecessary stress and pressure. When we maintain balance in the soul, the body will also be healthier, the mind clearer, and full of energy to continue walking on the path of life. Do not let small incidents, temporary failures, or short-term pains make you lose the joy of living. Remember that everything is impermanent, and you have the right to choose how to receive them. If you keep a calm heart, you will always find light regardless of the circumstances. Try to imagine, instead of being sad, angry, or worried when facing difficulties, you could sit down, take a deep breath, and look at everything calmly. You will see that everything will pass, leaving only the peace in your heart. When living with a calm mindset, you will also know how to cherish the little things that life offers. A smile, a greeting, a peaceful moment with loved ones. Those seemingly simple things are the true happiness that we often overlook when swept into the spiral of ambition and worrying. And most importantly, remember that you are the one who can decide your own happiness. No one can bring you joy or sadness if you do not allow it. Keep for yourself a pure soul, an open heart, and a calm spirit to receive everything that comes to you. Life inherently always changes. Nothing is forever. Happiness will come and go. Sadness will also pass. But if you know how to keep a calm mindset, you will not be swept away by those ups and downs, but will always maintain balance and serenity amidst the changing currents of life. Life is a combination of many opposing halves. Each person's life is a multidimensional picture with countless opposing halves interwoven and blended. It can be said that nothing in this life is completely simple or absolute. Everything carries within it light and dark patches, left sides and right sides, things needed and things that must be accepted. And understanding this, knowing how to live with the relativity of life, is the secret for us to be serene, happy, and not get swept into meaningless struggles. Half angel, half demon, this is how we can visualize human nature. Everyone carries within them good parts and bad parts. There are times we know how to love and forgive, but there are also times we are selfish and angry. No one is absolutely perfect, and no one is purely good or purely bad. This makes life rich and diverse, but simultaneously creates many collisions and conflicts. Just like humans, life is not all pink. Half is luck, half is effort, half is joy, half is sorrow. We cannot just choose to live in favorable conditions without difficulties or challenges. It is precisely the blending of those things that creates vitality and meaning for life. When we know how to live according to conditions tied down, knowing how to accept that relativity, we will easily let go of excessive desires and unrealistic expectations. We no longer place too much pressure on ourselves or others to be perfect, to be exactly as we wish. We learn to sympathize, forgive, and understand that everyone has a circumstance, a separate story. Expecting others to treat us specially or trying to change others according to our will is the source of much sorrow and disappointment. Because the reality is we cannot control others. We can only control ourselves. And when we know that, we will have a much lighter and freer life. This life is like a giant jigsaw puzzle. Each person, each event, each circumstance is a small piece creating the overall picture, and those pieces do not always fit or connect easily. But if we look with an open mind, no matter how difficult, that picture will still become complete and beautiful. Besides, in social relationships, if we understand relativity, we will not rush to judge or torment ourselves when others are not completely as we desire. We will reduce unnecessary hurts, reduce meaningless arguments, and have more tolerance and sincerity. Living with relativity also helps us learn to maintain balance in the soul. We are not swept away by extreme emotions, not pushed by fluctuations in life, but can stand firm, calm, and clear. From there, we can make right decisions beneficial for ourselves and those around us. There is a saying that living is knowing enough, knowing how to let go, knowing how to forgive. These things seem simple, but are the biggest challenges in life. When we know enough, we are not led by greed or selfishness. When we know how to let go, we are not attached to things that do not belong to us. When we know how to forgive, we do not harbor resentment or pain in our hearts. That is the way for us to live a serene and peaceful life amidst the complex and fluctuating flow of life. A peaceful soul will help us overcome challenges and difficulties more gently and easily. Living with relativity also helps us realize that nothing is perfect and nothing is forever. All change with time, circumstances, and each person's choices. The important thing is that we know how to cherish what we have, know how to love and preserve truly important values. When we accept relativity, we will also know how to keep for ourselves an open heart, a tolerant soul. We are no longer easily hurt by words or actions that are not as we wish. We can stand firm before the storms of life and live a meaningful, complete life. So learn to live with relativity. Learn to accept and love yourself as well as those around us. Happiness is not something far away or absolute. It is the peace in the heart, the understanding and tolerance towards oneself and this life. Don't mind unworthy things. Live with sincerity and kindness. Life inherently has countless things that do not go as planned, and we are often swept into small matters and daily collisions that make our hearts heavy and frustrated. However, one of the important lessons Buddha taught us not to mind unworthy things, not to let petty matters blur the serenity and peace in the soul, because our mind is like a mirror. If we keep letting dust cling to it, it cannot reflect the brilliant light of the sun, and if we do not know how to wipe it clean, leaving that dust to cover it, that mirror will remain dark forever, unable to shine. In life, there are countless small things that make us easily irritable, uncomfortable, or speak unkind words. The thoughtlessness of others, insignificant mistakes or errors, petty arguments. If we keep holding on to those things in our hearts, they will accumulate like dark clouds covering the sky of the soul, causing us to lose peace and joy. In reality, are those things truly important enough for us to keep forever in our hearts, to let them affect our emotions and behavior, or can we choose to let go, to lighten the soul so as not to be bothered by them anymore? Buddhist teachings always emphasize that letting go is not weakness or giving up, but a way for us to protect ourselves from unnecessary hurt. When we know how to let go, it means we are holding on to peace for the soul, creating conditions for our hearts to be lighter and more serene. Letting go does not mean forgetting or ignoring everything, but not letting negative things dominate, not letting small things make us lose balance. A soul that knows how to let go will not be easily hurt by harsh words or unintentional actions of others. It is like a sturdy door, opening only to positive, good things and closing to things that harm one's peace. Then we can live with sincerity and kindness without being affected by external storms. Living with sincerity and kindness is a beautiful way of life, a way of life that makes us always feel relieved and joyful. Sincerity helps us communicate clearly and straightforwardly without hiding or covering up. Sincere people are often cherished by everyone for their honesty, respect, and kindness helps us live without regret, without conflict over what we have done. When we do something with a kind heart, no matter the result, we still feel serene because we have acted according to our conscience. Furthermore, Buddhist teachings say that our mind is like a stream of clear water. When the water is polluted by impurities and dust, it becomes turbid, unable to be clear and reflect light. But if we know how to wipe and clean it, the water becomes clear again, reflecting the sunlight. The mind is the same. When we keep the mind pure, not entangled by anger, greed, or resentments, we will see life as lighter and more peaceful. Training the temperament every day is a long process and not easy at all. There are times we will be swept into negative emotions, affected by external events. But the important thing is that we recognize it and know how to return to serenity, knowing how to put everything in its right place and value. Every morning, when we wake up, we can spend a little time to calm our minds, to reflect on good things, to send thanks to life and those around us. That is the way to help us nourish a light and love-filled soul. When we live with sincerity and kindness, we will easily create good and lasting relationships. Others also feel that sincerity and will give us trust and affection. That is the foundation for building a harmonious and joyful social life. If we frequently live in suspicion, calculation, or trying to hide ourselves, we will easily lose true connection with others, leading to loneliness and insecurity. Moreover, when our hearts are always open, knowing how to forgive and give, we will receive many good things in return. There is a saying, giving is receiving. When we know how to share and help others without calculation, we will also feel joy and peace in our hearts. That is the way for our souls to become richer and more fulfilled. But it is not always easy to let go and live sincerely. Sometimes we have to face difficult situations, people who hurt us, or things that break our hearts. At those times, we need patience and tolerance so as not to be swept along by negative emotions. That is a great challenge for the soul, but also an opportunity for us to mature and understand ourselves better. Remember that living sincerely and kindly does not mean letting others take advantage of or hurt you. We still have the right to protect ourselves and set boundaries for relationships, but the important thing is that we do it with a generous heart, without resentment or hatred. When we do so, we will feel deep peace in our hearts and lightness in every step of life. Finally, consider your soul like a lamp in the dark night. The lamp may flicker in the wind, but when we know how to shield and preserve it, the lamp will burn steadily and radiate warm light for ourselves and those around us. Sincerity and kindness are the fuel that helps that lamp never go out. So learn to let go of unworthy things. Live with sincerity and kindness. That is the way for us to keep serenity in the soul so that life becomes lighter and more meaningful every day. Let your soul always be pure, open, and full of love, because that is the true happiness that everyone desires. 3 keys of life: acceptance, change, leaving. Each person's life is a journey with countless challenges, joys, sorrows, steps forward, and times of stepping back. But if you look closely, you will see that life operates based on 3 very simple but extremely important principles. Those are the 3 keys helping us open the door to happiness and peace: acceptance, change, and leaving. Acceptance is the first key and also the most important starting step. Acceptance does not mean accepting fate resignedly, nor is it giving up or enduring in silence. Acceptance is a profound understanding of reality, the ability to look straight at the truth no matter how difficult, without avoiding or denying it. When we know how to accept everything, we will not suffer more because of things that cannot be changed. For example, when we lose a job, if we only cry and complain, the sadness will prolong and weigh heavier. But if we know how to accept, understanding that this is a challenge of life, an opportunity to renew ourselves, then our minds will be lighter and open to finding a new direction. Acceptance is knowing how to accept things beyond control. It is the courage to face reality, whether it is joy or sorrow. Change is the second key, the next step after we have accepted the truth. Change is not just simply transforming the outside, but is a transformation from within, from mindset, emotions to actions. Life always changes, and we also need to be flexible and adapt to survive and develop. If we keep stubbornly clinging to old habits, old ways of thinking, we will forever sink in suffering and find it hard to move on. Change is self-awareness and renewing oneself every day. It could be changing jobs, changing life attitudes, or changing how we treat others. When we actively change, we create new opportunities for ourselves, opening new doors and developing more comprehensively. Finally, leaving, letting go. Walking away is a key no less important. We cannot always change everything as we wish, And not everything we encounter is worth keeping or holding on to. Leaving is knowing how to let go of things that are no longer suitable, toxic relationships, bad habits, or negative thoughts. Leaving is not giving up, but is intelligence in knowing when to abandon to protect oneself so that the soul can be lighter. There are things that no matter how hard we try, we cannot change, and holding on only makes us suffer more. When we know how to leave at the right time, we will have space to renew ourselves and welcome more positive things. The 3 keys: acceptance, change, leaving create a perfect circle of life, helping us live peacefully and steadily regardless of any storms. That is also how Buddhist teachings guide us to reduce suffering, live a gentle and complete life. Buddha once taught, "Nothing is permanent, everything changes. Learn to accept what comes and goes, so that the soul can be at peace and free." This saying reminds us that everything in life is impermanent, and only when we learn to accept change, know when to let go, can we live serenely. Letting go is not failure, but an expression of intelligence and courage. In life, we may meet people or circumstances that make us uncomfortable, or things not as we wish that hurt us. If we keep trying to hold on, it only makes us heavier. But when we know how to leave at the right time, we liberate our minds and create space for love and happiness to come. Acceptance, change, leaving are 3 keys opening the door to happiness and peace for a human life. If you know how to apply them flexibly and skillfully, you will be able to master life, overcome difficulties, and live a meaningful, joyful life. So try to reflect in difficult situations. Have you known how to accept reality yet? Are you ready to change to move forward, or are you holding on to too many things not worth holding on to, causing yourself suffering? Let these 3 keys become a compass, helping you walk firmly on a path of life, always heading towards peace and happiness. Every stumble is an opportunity to train a resilient mind. The times we stumble, facing difficulties that seem insurmountable, are the times we are challenged in inner strength and bravery. Every time we fall is not the final failure, but an opportunity for us to train resilience to stand up stronger and continue our journey. We all go through dark times, moments of weakness that make us feel lonely and desperate. It could be when losing a job, when a relationship breaks, or when dreams seem extinguished. But precisely in those moments, we can find the true strength lying deep inside us that we never knew before. Buddhist teachings say that difficulties are means to train the mind. Every time we stumble, every time we face a challenge is a lesson for our mind to become more enduring and lucid. Instead of letting difficulties crush us, we learn to view them as an inevitable part of life, an opportunity to mature and perfect ourselves. Imagine a warrior training. Every wound, every fall is not to end the battle, but to help that warrior become stronger, more flexible, and wiser. Similarly, every time you fall is a step forward on the path of training and spirit. The important thing is not how many times you fall, but how many times you can stand up. Sometimes we think we must be perfect, not allowed to fail. But in reality, perfection only comes from persevering through stumbles. If you can learn how to stand up no matter how many times you fall, you have already won over yourself. There are people who have gone through so many challenges and stumbles that seemed impossible to rise from. but then they moved on with a heart that never submitted. They did not let failures defeat them, but viewed them as bricks to build the foundation for success later. They understood that every challenge is just a segment of the road, not the end of life. No matter how difficult, no matter how much you cried last night, the sun will still rise tomorrow. Life will continue, and you still have the opportunity to start over. Believe that everything will pass, and what you go through is just a part of the vast journey you are walking. Never give up hope, because hope is the infinite source of strength helping you move forward. When you keep hope and faith in your heart, no matter how dark the circumstances, you can still find light. You should also remember that you are not alone on this journey. There are many people who have also gone through difficulties like you, and they stood up, moved on, and succeeded. They could be relatives, friends, or people you only know through inspiring stories. Take them as motivation, as mirrors to learn from and illuminate yourself. An important secret to training a resilient mind is to always keep a calm mindset when facing difficulties. Instead of panicking, being sad, or despairing, try stopping for a moment, taking a deep breath, and looking at the problem objectively. A calm mind will help you think clearly, finding suitable solutions instead of being dominated by emotions, making the situation worse. Additionally, create for yourself the habit of self-reflection and looking back every day. Buddhist teachings also emphasize that when we endure difficulties and know how to stand up after failure, we are accumulating merit, a type of positive energy, helping us have the strength to overcome every adversity in life. Therefore, do not view difficulties as bad things, but view them as precious lessons helping us perfect and progress. Finally, remember that the journey of growth is not always flat, and stumbling is unavoidable. The important thing is that we are not defeated by those falls, but know how to learn, know how to persevere, and know how to keep an indomitable soul. Therefore, every time you stumble, remember that it is an opportunity for you to practice resilience, for you to become stronger. Do not fear difficulties. Do not give up, because ahead there is always a new road waiting for you to step onto. Believe in yourself. Believe in the inner strength you have, so that every time you fall, you stand up and step forward more firmly than ever. Society is not always easy. Practice getting used to it and growing up. The society we live in is not always an easy place to step into. It is a complex world with all shades of life. There are times you are welcome, respected, loved, but there are also times you are ignored, hurt, even betrayed. When stepping into society, we will have to face not a few challenges, collisions, and expensive lessons that no school teaches you. Therefore, to live a peaceful and meaningful life, the first and most important thing is that we must learn to get used to society, learn to accept imperfections, and grow from there. No one steps into life without encountering difficulties. From the first days of school, stepping into the workplace, to facing pressures from family, friends, or society, each of us has to go through our own challenges. And sometimes those difficulties are not just external matters, but internal collisions, struggles between values, between desires and the reality of life. If we do not prepare a steady mindset, we will easily be swept along by negative things, be hurt, and easily collapse. One thing to remember is that society is not family, where there is always shelter and protection. Society can be very strict, can be very ruthless, and even harsh to those who are not strong enough. When you step out there, not everyone will treat you well. There are people who will use words and actions to hurt you. There are people who will be jealous, envious, or take advantage of you. That sometimes makes us feel lonely, helpless, and even lose faith in people. But if we know that society is inherently like that, we will not be shocked or to pain when encountering bad things. Instead of complaining or blaming, we will practice getting used to reality, practice training ourselves to become stronger. Maturity in society is not just having a stable job or having status, but also knowing how to preserve the soul, knowing how to treat people wisely, knowing how to protect oneself without losing kindness. Many young people, when first stepping out into the world, are often very naive, trusting everyone and wishing to be loved and respected unconditionally. But society does not always respond like that. Therefore, we need to learn to distinguish between sincere people and those who only use us. Learn to say no at the right time to protect ourselves, and learn to keep sincerity, but not blind naivety. One of the important lessons when living in society is knowing how to control emotions. There are times we will be provoked, insulted, or meet unpleasant people. But if we lose our calm and let emotions dominate, very likely we will cause unwanted consequences. A mature person is one who knows how to keep calm, knows how to use clarity to solve problems instead of being led by emotions. In addition, society also requires us to have flexibility, knowing how to adapt to the environment and circumstances. There are times we have to change our behavior, change our attitude, even change our way of thinking to better fit reality. That does not mean we lose ourselves, but knowing how to use skillfulness to be able to live in harmony and develop better. Maturity is also knowing how to learn from failures and difficulties. In society, no one avoids mistakes or failures. The important thing is that after every stumble, we know how to stand up, know how to draw experience, and move forward. A mature person is not someone who is never wrong, but someone who does not let mistakes make them collapse, but knows how to learn and grow more. Sometimes society can also make us feel lonely because we cannot always find empathy or sharing. But that is also an opportunity for us to train independence, knowing how to love and care for ourselves. Maturity comes from knowing how to stand on our own feet, knowing how to find joy and meaning in life without completely depending on others. Another point not to be missed when maturing in society is knowing how to preserve ethics and good qualities of oneself. In a world full of competition and sometimes harshness, we may encounter temptations or pressures making us want to trade our values to gain benefits. But a mature person is one who knows how to be steadfast with principles, maintain ethics, and live true to themselves. That not only helps us gain respect from others, but also helps us live serenely and proud of ourselves. Maturity is also knowing how to cherish and learn from everyone around. Whether they are people we love or people we dislike, everyone has their own lesson and value, and when we know how to open our hearts to receive, we will constantly develop and perfect ourselves. Humility, knowing how to listen and learn our precious qualities, helping us mature more in society. Society is also a place for us to test our patience and tolerance. In the process of living with many people, we will encounter conflicts and contradictions. A mature person is not someone who avoids everything or endures unconditionally, but someone who knows how to find wise solutions. Knowing how to forgive and keep the peace. Tolerance not only helps relationships become better, but also helps our souls be light, avoiding stress and sorrow. Finally, remember that maturing in society is not a destination, but a long journey. Every day we have the opportunity to learn, experience, and perfect ourselves more. Do not let difficulties or challenges discourage you. Consider them precious lessons helping us become increasingly steady and more mature. When we know how to get used to society, accept challenges, and constantly perfect ourselves, we will have a serene, happy, and meaningful life. Don't lose yourself in petty disputes. Daily life cannot avoid times when disputes and conflicts occur, whether in work, family, or with friends. Petty matters are sometimes just a word not to one's liking, an unintentional action, but can become the cause leading to friction, causing hurt both mentally and in relationships between people. However, the most important thing is not to let those petty disputes make us lose our good nature and peace in our hearts. There is a saying that letting go is keeping the peace. That is not weakness or unconditional concession, but wisdom in knowing how to put everything in its right place, not letting small things bother us and lose inner freedom. When we cling too much to small things, we are easily swept into the spiral of anger, hatred, and stress, thereby depleting health, reducing happiness, and damaging surrounding relationships. The human heart inherently has many shades. It is not always generous or tolerant. There are times we feel pleasant, times we are narrow-minded. There are times we are generous, times we are petty. And when we do not control emotions, it is very easy for small arguments to turn into deep wounds in our hearts and others. An unintentional word can make relatives distant, an impulsive action and lose inherent trust. Therefore, keeping calm and knowing how to forgive is the way to help us protect ourselves from unnecessary hurts. Forgiveness is not only for others, but also for ourselves. It is the way for us to let go of the burden of resentment, for the soul to be lighter and freer. A tolerant soul will help us have serenity in life no matter what happens outside. When facing disputes, do not rush to react according to temporary emotions. Spend time thinking, listening, and understanding others. Maybe that person did not intend to hurt us, but it was just due to misunderstanding or differences in viewing the problem. Understanding and empathy will help us erase conflicts and find harmony. Additionally, do not let small things make you lose the values and good qualities of yourself. No matter what happens, always keep for yourself sincerity, kindness, and patience. Those are firm fulcrums helping us overcome every difficulty, maintaining peace and inner happiness. A heart that knows how to forgive and be tolerant will also attract good things and sincere people around. When we give love and generosity, we will receive respect and affection from others. Petty stubbornness only makes us more lonely and suffering. You can compare tolerance to a crystal clear pond. When we let our hearts be polluted by anger and resentment, the heart is like being muddied by dirt. But when we know how to forgive and let go, our hearts will become clear, quiet, and peaceful, helping us see everything clearly and live more lightly. Never let small disputes make you lose your resilience and serenity. Remember that those small things are just challenges for us to train our temperament, for us to learn how to live more tolerantly and completely with ourselves and others. Buddhist teachings also teach that compassion is the source of all happiness. When we expand our hearts, know how to forgive and love, we not only soothe our own hurts, but also spread joy and peace to everyone around. So live with a big heart. Don't let small things dim the light inside you. Choose to let go, forgive, and love, so that every day passing by you feel true peace and happiness in your soul. Knowing how to let go so the soul can be free. In every person's life, there are times we have to face loss, heartbreaks that are not easy to forget, entanglements in the soul making us feel heavy and tired. And in that journey of growth, one of the important lessons and also the biggest challenge is knowing how to let go so the soul can be free, lighter, and more serene. Letting go is not giving up or being discouraged, but is a profound awareness of the impermanent nature of all things and events in life. Everything comes and goes. Nothing is forever. When we know how to let go of things that do not belong to us, things that cause hurt and affliction, our minds will be liberated from invisible chains, helping us live completely and more peacefully. There are things we try to keep forever in our hearts. That could be hatred, resentment for the person who hurt us. It could be regrets about the past or endless desires never satisfied. If we keep holding on to those things, our souls will be buried in a sea of suffering, hard to move on or feel true joy in life. Buddhist teachings say that when our mind is dominated by anger, greed, or ignorance, we are like a person bound in an invisible prison, and only by letting go of those things can we open the door of that prison for the soul to fly up freely, lightly like a bird in the vast sky. Knowing how to let go does not mean we forget or deny memories, people we once loved, or things that happened. Letting go is recognizing and accepting everything as it inherently is, not letting memories or negative emotions drag us in suffering and regret. That is the relaxation of the soul, the opening of the heart to receive new things, joys, and present peace. When we do not let go, we are like a person holding tightly to a heavy object. The more we try to hold, the deeper we are pulled down by that object. Similarly, when our mind is dominated by resentments, anger, or desires, it will become heavier, harder to breathe, and tired. But when we know how to release our hand, know how to let go, the soul will be light and free for us to fly high and live fully with the present. You can compare the soul to a stream of clear water. When we let anger, rage, or negative thoughts pollute it, the stream becomes turbid and polluted. But when we know how to let go, know how to wash away those stains, the water will become clear again, cool and brighter. The journey of learning how to let go is a long process, not something that can succeed in a day or two. Initially, we may find it difficult because we are used to holding too many things in our hearts because we fear losing something important. But when we persevere in practicing step by step, we will find our souls much lighter and more serene. One of the ways to practice letting go is to practice mindfulness, that is, living awake in every present moment. When we focus on the present, we will not be pulled into the past with regrets or the future with worries. Wakefulness helps us recognize negative thoughts creeping into the mind, from which we can let go of them naturally. Additionally, forgiveness is also a beautiful expression of letting go. Forgiveness is not only for others, but also for ourselves, so that we are no longer imprisoned by hatred and pain. Forgiveness helps us liberate the soul from the burden of the past to live more lightly and lovingly. Buddhist teachings also remind us that all suffering stems from attachment and clinging. When we know how to let go of that attachment, we will achieve liberation. A free soul is no longer bound by troubles and suffering. That is the path to true happiness. In reality, in life, there are many stories about people who knew how to let go and found peace. They may not have everything they want, but they always feel full and happy with what they currently have. People who hold on to too much greed, anger, or regret often live in suffering and are never satisfied. Life will be much lighter when we know how to let go. When we are no longer bound by things that have passed, we will have a lot of energy to enjoy life, to love and care for ourselves as well as others more sincerely and deeply. Try imagining a person walking on a bumpy road with a heavy backpack on their shoulders filled with burdens of the past and worries of the future. If that person knows how to put down that backpack, their steps will be much lighter and more comfortable, walking more confidently and quickly. Our souls are the same. Knowing how to let go will help us be freer to live fully with the present. Therefore, do not fear letting go. Look at it as a wonderful gift you give yourself, the gift of freedom, serenity, and true happiness. Start with the smallest things, step by step, letting go of negative thoughts, resentments, or unnecessary worries. Gradually, you will see your soul lighter, clearer, and more open than ever. Finally, remember Buddha's words. Letting go is the door opening to freedom. When you know how to let go, you not only liberate your soul from bindings, but also open up a new world full of peace and happiness for yourself. Let letting go become a companion on your life journey, so your soul can freely fly high and shine. Learn to love yourself and cherish the present. When we do not know how to love ourselves, do not know how to live fully with the present moment, we easily get swept along by worries, regrets, or distant ambitions and forget the true meaning of life. Loving yourself is not selfishness or complacency. It is appreciation, care, and respect for oneself. It is giving oneself time and space to rest, recover, and develop. When you know how to love yourself, you will know how to listen to your needs and emotions without dismissing or denying them. You understand that you deserve to be happy, to live serenely and completely. Many of us often spend too much time worrying about others, about work, about external goals, and forget to care for ourselves. We live according to the expectations of family, society, friends, ignoring asking what we truly want and need. Gradually, we feel tired, confused, and lost. Therefore, learning how to love yourself is the first step for you to live a meaningful and fulfilled life. When you know how to cherish yourself, you will know how to set healthy boundaries, know how to say no when necessary, and know how to choose the best things for yourself. Loving yourself is also a way for you to develop good habits, such as caring for health, maintaining a positive spirit, learning, and perfecting every day. One of the important things in loving yourself is learning how to forgive yourself. Everyone has times of making mistakes, failing, or having imperfect weaknesses. Instead of forever tormenting and blaming yourself, know how to forgive and learn from those experiences. Forgiving yourself is to liberate the soul from the burden of the past and continue moving forward with confidence and optimism. Additionally, loving yourself is knowing how to care for your soul. Spend time calming your mind, nourishing peace within through meditation, reading books, or simply quiet moments in nature. When the soul is well nourished, you will have positive energy to face challenges and live more fully. Besides loving yourself, cherishing the present is also a precious lesson we need to learn every day. Many people often live in worrying for the future or regret for the past, forgetting that the present is the most precious gift. The present is all we have. It is the only moment we can truly experience and live fully. Buddhist teachings say that living awake in the present will help us not be swept into the spiral of worrying and regret. When we focus on the present moment, we will realize the beautiful things around us, from the breath, the sunlight, the sound of birds singing to smiles, and hand-holding of loved ones. Living fully with the present helps us feel true peace and happiness. In reality, there are many people who, only when losing it, realize the value of simple daily moments. A light rain, a hot cup of tea, or a simple conversation with a relative all become extremely precious. Therefore, learn how to stop, look, feel, and be grateful for the little things in life. That is how we cherish the present and live happier. Cherishing the present also helps us reduce pressure and stress from daily worries. When we live in the past with regrets or in the future with anxious predictions, our minds become tired and stressed. But when we know how to return to the present, focusing on one thing at a time, we will find the soul serene and life becoming much lighter. Moreover, loving yourself and cherishing the present also helps us build better relationships. When we are full of love and peace inside, we will transmit that positive energy to those around us. We will know how to listen, share, and understand others more. Relationships thus become connected and meaningful. Remember that life is a journey, not a destination. When we know how to love ourselves and live fully with every present moment, we will not be lost or confused. We will always have the strength to overcome every difficulty and receive good things with gratitude and joy. Finally, keep in your heart Buddha's teaching. Happiness does not lie in the distant future, but is the serenity in every present moment. Give yourself care, love, and appreciation every day, every moment, so that your life becomes truly meaningful and complete. Live simply and gently for a serene soul. One of the ways to help us achieve peace is to live simply and gently. A lifestyle that is not fussy, not complex, but focused on the essential things helps us purify the soul and maintain balance in life. Living simply does not mean we have to give up everything or live a miserable life, but knowing how to choose what is truly necessary, knowing how to let go of things that make us tired and do not bring true value. When we reduce unnecessary complexities, our souls will be lighter, our minds clearer, and our spirits much more comfortable. You may have heard the saying, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. When we live simply, we are not swept along by noise, jostling, or complex calculations in life. We know that happiness does not lie in possessing many things, but in satisfaction with what we have. That helps us keep peace in the soul, avoiding unnecessary worries and busyness. One of the ways to live simply is knowing how to arrange life according to reasonable priorities. Ask yourself, what is most important? What truly brings value to my life? When we can focus on essential things and ignore unnecessary things, we will not be distracted and tired. We can spend time on ourselves, family, people we love, and meaningful deeds. Living gently also means knowing how to moderate emotions, not letting negative emotions like anger, worrying, or jealousy dominate the mind. When we let negative emotions overwhelm us, our souls will be disturbed, and it is hard to keep peace. But when we know how to live gently, know how to relax, and allow ourselves to let go of unhappy things, we will feel much more serene and comfortable. Keeping the soul gentle also relates to how we treat others and ourselves. When we live sincerely, kindly, and know how to forgive, we will not carry resentment or hatred in our hearts. That helps our souls become open and lighter. At the same time, when we love and care for ourselves properly, we also create internal balance, helping us easily receive good things and overcome difficulties. Many of us often place too much weight on achieving success, being recognized by others, and having a lot of material wealth, but actually that pressure can make us lose freedom and serenity in the soul. Living simply is knowing how to let go of excessive desires, knowing how to accept the imperfection of oneself and life. When we do that, we will feel lighter and happier. Additionally, living simply helps us avoid confusion and complexity in social relationships. When we live truly to ourselves, not faking or jostling, we will attract suitable and sincere people. Those relationships will bring us comfort, sharing, and true happiness. In life, try reducing unnecessary activities, reducing excessive consumption, and spending more time on simple things like nature, books, meditation, or intimate conversations. Those things not only help us relax, but also nourish the soul, helping us slow down and feel more deeply every moment. Buddha also taught that simplicity and gentleness are the path leading to enlightenment and peace. When we live simply, we avoid afflictions caused by greed, anger, or ignorance. Our minds will become clear, light, and naturally serene, not swept along by the endless desires of the world. Moreover, living simply helps us cherish what we have more and be grateful for life. When not dominated by ambition or comparison, we will realize the true value of happiness lies in peace in the heart and sincere connection with others. To live simply and gently, we need conscious daily practice. It can start from small things like cleaning the living space to be tidy, rearranging work according to priorities, spending time resting, and caring for oneself. At the same time, we should also train the mind by meditating, writing a journal, or simply spending a few minutes every day to calm down and reflect. When we persevere in practicing a simple and gentle lifestyle, life will gradually become more complete. We will no longer be pressured by unnecessary things. The soul will always be in a state of balance and peace, helping us easily face every challenge and enjoy joy from the simplest things. Finally, remember that living simply is not the final goal, but a journey for us to find serenity in the soul. Let your life become light, sophisticated, and full of love by choosing a simple lifestyle, so that every day passing by you feels serene and happy. The journey of maturity, ceaselessly learning and perfecting oneself. Each person's life is a long journey without a true stopping point, and that journey is the process of maturing, learning, and perfecting oneself ceaselessly. Whether you are at any age, Whether you have gone through however many ups and downs, constantly developing and perfecting yourself is always the key to living a meaningful and happy life. Maturity is not just about age, about growing up physically, but also development in spirit, intellect, and kindness. There are people who, although past middle age, still have young souls, are still impulsive, and do not truly understand themselves and the world around them. There are young people whose minds and attitudes towards life are very mature, profound, and full of experience. That shows that maturity is a choice, a continuous learning process, and ceaseless self-perfection. Maturity is knowing how to view oneself correctly, knowing how to accept flaws, learning from mistakes, and constantly changing to become a better version of oneself. Throughout the journey of maturity, you will encounter countless challenges and difficulties. There are times you will fail, stumble, and may feel lost, but those very experiences are precious lessons helping you train perseverance, patience, and inner strength. There is no road paved with roses, without thorns, without stumbles. Learning is not just acquiring knowledge from books or schools, but also learning from life itself, from people around, and from personal experiences. Every day you can learn something new, from how to behave, how to solve problems, to developing life skills and emotions. Learning helps us expand our vision, change our thinking, and open our hearts to receive good things. Perfecting oneself is also not an easy or quick task. It requires patience, endurance, and humility. You must admit that you are not always right. You must accept mistakes and be ready to change. That is the sign of a truly mature person. In this journey, self-reflection and self-assessment are very important. Spend time looking back at what you have done, learned, and experienced. Ask yourself what progress you made today, what weaknesses need improvement, and if you are living true to your values and goals. Asking and answering these questions helps you always go in the right direction and constantly improve. Do not fear failure or mistakes, because they are an inevitable part of the maturity process. A mature person is not someone who never makes mistakes, but someone who knows how to learn from mistakes and does not let them make them collapse. Every time you stumble is a time you train your will and bravery to be stronger in the next step. Additionally, maturity is also knowing how to preserve and develop good values in oneself, such as kindness, sincerity, gratitude, and humility. In a world full of competition and sometimes harshness, those qualities help you not only succeed, but also live meaningfully and be respected by everyone. Maturity is also knowing how to cherish and build meaningful relationships. Sincere friends and loved ones will be a source of motivation and great strength, helping you overcome difficulties. Spend time caring for and cultivating those relationships, because that is also a part of perfecting oneself. Finally, remember that the journey of maturity is a personal journey. No one can walk it for you or complete it for you. Each person has their own rhythm and way of maturing. The important thing is that you always maintain your will, faith, and perseverance on that path. Live every day with a mindset of learning and perfection. Receive every experience, whether good or bad, with gratitude and serenity. When doing that, you will see life become more meaningful, the soul more serene, and you will become a truly mature person, someone who not only lives for themselves, but also knows how to love and contribute to making the world better. Love and connection are the most precious things in life. In the journey of life, when we go through ups and downs and changes, one thing remains a solid and most precious fulcrum: love and connection between people. Whether material things are abundant or fame is high, if lacking sincere connection and love, life will become empty and cold. When we have true love and deep relationships, we will feel the strength and meaning of life. Love is not just an emotion between relatives in a family or romantic partners, but also empathy, sharing, and sincere care for everyone around. It is a source of positive energy, helping us overcome difficulties, challenges, and feel joy and peace in the soul. Today's society, although modern and developed, is not always easy for us to build sincere relationships. Many people live in a hurry, focused only on success and material things, forgetting to nourish affection and true connection with others. Therefore, preserving and developing love in life is an important mission and also a challenge for each of us. Family is the first and most sacred place for us to learn about love and connection. From family, we learn how to love unconditionally, know how to care, share, and understand others. Family is not only a solid support, but also a place helping us feel safety and the most complete happiness. No matter how far we go or how many difficulties we encounter, family remains the fulcrum for us to return to. However, love and connection do not stop at family, but expand to friends, relatives, colleagues, and even strangers. Everyone in our lives can be a friend, a teacher, an important source of encouragement. When we know how to open our hearts, be sincere and kind to everyone, we will build sustainable and meaningful relationships. Connection between people also helps us feel belonging and not lonely. In this vast world, everyone has times of feeling lost and disoriented. But when we have people beside us, someone to listen and share, we will see we are not alone and have more strength to move on. Love is also a medicine healing every wound in the soul. When we are hurt, disappointed, or suffer loss, care and love from others will help us recover more quickly. When we know how to give love, we will also feel joy and deep fulfillment in our hearts. Buddhist teachings say that compassionate love is the foundation for humans to live happily and serenely. When our hearts are full of love, we will no longer have anger or jealousy. We will know how to be tolerant and forgiving. Love is not just giving, but also receiving. When we expand our hearts, we will touch the infinite source of peace. In a busy life, spend time truly connecting with loved ones. Do not let work, worries, or busyness make us forget to care for precious relationships. A phone call, a greeting, a warm hug can all create deep connections and warm each other's hearts. At the same time, open your heart and receive new relationships with sincerity and openness. Do not fear being hurt or disappointed, because love is a journey of learning and maturing. Everyone we meet is an opportunity for us to expand our souls and understand more about life. Yeah.